to have you with me, and as always, it's just nice to be sharing these things, which so often you're kind of chugging along in your life, and you're kind of in need of a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of support, and you're not quite sure where it's going to come from or how it's going to come. So hopefully if you tune in to my channel, there'll be inspiration there for you to tap into at the best and the worst of times. And also I've got lots of info on my website. Like, you can go in, you can listen to audios. There's lots of stuff available for you to just tune into and click on and listen to and stuff like that. So I've also got a lot on social media, Twitter. You know, you can tune into all of that, and if you do mention or tweet me or something like that, of course I'll respond. I'll do my best to anyway. I have a busy schedule, but I try to make sure that I've got time for you, definitely, and I try to spread my time as best as I can. But if you don't hear back from me straight away, don't be offended, don't get upset. I'm going to get round to it, and I will definitely acknowledge whatever you say or share or send me. So I appreciate that. So today, as you know, I like to reflect on things, and today's passage is this one. It's called My Own Choosing, and basically it says, "Let me act each day in a manner of my own choosing, for through action all that I desire is automatically received." I thought that was a good one, because we spoke about action on the tail end of some of the things like determination, limitation, and also whatever we did last week. There's always an element, or asking answers, there's always an element to all of those things where your action is required. And in this passage it says, you know, you can act in your own way, in a manner of your own choosing, because through action all that you desire is received. And that's literally a kind of a summary of what you want in life, what you want to achieve, what you want to have. It will require acting in some way, shape or form. If you want something but there's not much action there, you're not giving the universe the right energy to tune into or to kind of grasp what it is that you want. You know, once you start involving action, then it's evident that something is happening. You're creating something through your action. And if I reflect a little bit on myself, I know that if I don't put action into things, you know, another book won't be written, or some more material will not get out there. And in the same respect, it's even like this video series, I've been thinking about it for so long, and never quite having the you know, like the courage, the determination to make it happen, because I was always thinking, you know, what will I talk about? You know I've got all these writings, I know I've got all these teachings, but what am I going to talk about? What am I going to share? And that, in a way, is a form of procrastination, which is the opposite to action. And it definitely has been prolonging me. So like you, or like me, you may be feeling, wow, I've kind of not been putting things to action. You might be, you know, like me, who not really intentionally, you know, doing anything by intention, but kind of unknowingly, you've kind of been delaying things. I would even go so far as to say sabotaging things slightly, or you might even have been holding yourself back, which I think I've done a lot with, you know, the way that I've gone about doing things in terms of my work and getting it out there and sharing it more with people. There's a lot more I could have done, like what I'm doing now in this video series. Obviously I've done a lot of writing over the years, but you know, the written word is one medium, and in this day and age with social media and the way things are, you've kind of got to spread yourself around even more. If it wasn't hard enough, it's even harder now, because you've got to spread yourself around even more in terms of, you know, reaching different audiences, reaching different people. And you know, the new audience like yourselves, which are visual, that are watching videos, who knows, you might like what I talk about and what I do, and so you might become readers of what I do, and that's fantastic. But it doesn't matter either way, because what matters is that I'm trying to share what I do, and the way in which I do it. I'm trying to share that to new audiences and new people that, you know, may not have known me and may not fully know my work, but you may like what you hear or what I've got to share. So in that respect, yeah, it's coming to the right realization that you've got to act in some way. And to be honest, me and my son, we started a series called Mum and Son. That's still ongoing, but that was like a great turning point for me, because I had to have the courage to not just sit at my computer and laptop and write or do my handwritten work, and, you know, just kind of have everything very personal. That allowed me to kind of, in a more kind of fun way, share things that we talk about often. So I think you really enjoy that series if you know, have a moment to watch it. But this is me doing stuff on my own. This was the step that I needed to take. I know I needed to take it, but it was like I wasn't sure how best to take it. But what I've realised is, you know, you don't have to have the answers to everything. All you've got to do is take one step, act, you know, try, act. And, you know, if I do a bit of action in whatever form it takes, I know that I'm getting a step closer. And there's no doubt that I'm kind of also being open enough to say, you as an audience, you can say what you feel or how I should guide or define the series, because as it's a journey, it's ongoing, and so I'm gonna vary it maybe, but at least I've started it. And I know you guys will be on this journey with me, so to speak. So even though it's me talking about some of my work and some of the inspirational stuff that has come through to me and I'm sharing with you now, kind of reflecting on it more and sort of delving deeper into some of the meanings that I see from this written work. Yeah, I'll have feedback, knowledge from you, and also, as I said, we carry on as always to help each other, so to speak. But yeah, so let me act each day in a manner of my own choosing. That means you have to own what you're doing. You know, you have to do it in your own way. No one can do it for you. No one's going to define it for you. No one's going to do it on your behalf. You've got to do in a manner of my own choosing, means do it in your way. In a way that suits you, in a way that you feel comfortable with, and in a way that empowers you to take that step forward, like I feel I have done with this new series that I'm doing. And then it says, through action, all you desire is automatically received. And, you know, ongoing action, I've taken a lot of different steps and I've taken a lot of action in different ways in the last couple of weeks, and you know, it's been needed, it's been coming, and I can reflect on it and say, why didn't I do this earlier? what was holding me back? But you know, we get in our own way. That's one of the things I realized. We get in our own way so often, and we have to kind of recognize it. And it's literally been weeks when I kind of came to the decision, I've got to do something different. I've got to step out of my comfort zone of just writing and being solo, and being out there more, sharing more, speaking to people more, opening myself up to doing, you know, things like being a patron member, and you know, creative, getting out there, asking for support. And that actually, that has even pushed me to make videos and things like that, because obviously you need to be a bit open and so on with the patrons and people that are coming to find out more about you. So that gave me a kick to start moving in this direction. And yeah, I just felt this is needed. So even this stuff that I've written, it resonates with me, and I hope it resonates with you, because I'm also learning from it. I know it sounds bizarre, as I said previously, but I am. So yeah, I hope you, because it says here, through action, all you desire. So this is everything you desire. You need to take action on it. It doesn't matter if it's a skill, if it's, you know, something that you know you're good at, but you haven't taken action on, if it's applying for a new job, career, if it's love, if it's family, all areas of your life, you will need to take action to get what you desire. That's just the way it is. We wish we could sit here and just wish for things without the need to take action. Wow, what a world that would be. I mean, God, can you imagine, like, we just wished. I know, listen, I know the universe is there to give you whatever you want and desire, because having clarity about what you desire is one of the things that the universe can say, I know what to do now. I know how to bring this to this person. The universe has clarity about what you want and what you want to achieve, or what you desire. It knows the way to bring it to you. But you've also got to act towards that desire, towards that requirement, or towards that need. If you sit back, there have been maybe people that have just desired something and it's come to them. But if you sit back and wait and just keep waiting, then you're limiting the opportunities, you're limiting yourself, I believe. You may disagree with me, obviously, who knows, but in my view, I would say if you want something and you take no action, then you are limiting the eventuality of it unfolding, of it manifesting it for you. If you take action, and when I say action, it doesn't mean like you've got to do a huge overhaul of your life and take huge leaps and bounds. We're even talking about little steps of action, you know, little things. Maybe writing down a goal, seeing if you've achieved it by the end of the week. That's action. You know, making a phone call, or agreeing to meet someone, or just literally any form of action is better than none at all. I guess that's that in itself is kind of the answer. A little bit of action in no matter what area or no matter what shape or form is better than no action at all. And in a sense, what you desire has the potential to manifest for you in whatever shape or form, depending on how you're willing to act towards it. I mean, I find that I prefer to act on something if I want it to come into being, you know. Actually, it's a strange thing, you know, because I do kind of reflect on things, don't I, in my previous videos. But you remember when I said that I asked that question, and stuff came through to me, and I started doing this channeled writing. Like, at the time, I could have just heard what was coming through but not acted. Do you know what I mean? I could have said, I can hear all this stuff coming through to me, but I'm not going to write it down. Like, nice what I'm hearing, but I'm not going to write it down. But I decided to act. I decided to take action. I picked up a pen, opened one of my journals, which is basically a lined book, you know, not a just, you know, it's just a lined book. It wasn't a proper diary, but, you know, I call it a journal because it's stuff you write in. In England, we call them notebooks, but, you know, I opened my journal and I started writing what was coming through. And that is a real classic case of acting, doing something to change a situation or circumstance. So I acted on what I felt was coming through to me, and my action was to start writing and allowing that creative process to flow. But in a sense, I could have just done nothing. And if I had done nothing, I wouldn't have been in a situation now where I could say, hey, you know, I've written over 10,000 passages to share with people, to talk about, to, you know, discuss, to encourage, to motivate and inspire you with what I've written. I would have nothing, because it would have come into me or come through me, and I would have done nothing about it. Just thought, that sounded good, but I'm not going to do anything. But I chose to act and start putting pen to paper and writing through what was being channeled to me. So it's like automatic writing, so to speak. But that process required action. And that's why I'm saying to you, everything I'm talking about, I've either had to go through or I've experienced. And so what I'm saying today is, whatever you desire, you're going to need to take action on in some way, shape or form. You know, you might even get an intuitive gift, an intuitive idea telling you to do something. You might say, scratch your head and say, this sounds crazy. I never thought of that. Or you might say, wow, that is so way out of the, way out the park there that I'm not going to really do anything. But you may have asked for answers, but you may have asked for guidance, but it came through in a way you weren't expecting. As I said, remember we talked about being aware and being ready to receive. And then action is a brilliant one, because you have to then say, that gift of knowledge or that gift of wisdom that came to me, or I saw it, or I heard it in your own way. As I said, it might come through on a soulful level from the heart, whatever you perceive it to be. And in my book, one of the things I say is, you know, the whispers of the soul, which come through to you, not just say someone like me who does channel stuff, but say like yourself, where you might feel it in the form of an intuition. That's the whispers of your soul, kind of guiding you, trying to push you to act, to do something, to move in a particular direction. And you can resist. I told you how awful I was at resisting. You know, it's taken me ages. But, you know, don't do what I do. You know, act. Don't be like me, that I sat there years later and said, oh, I should have done this, I should have. No matter what, it's never too late. That you can be assured of. It's never too late. I pat myself on the back at times and I say to myself, oh gosh, I shoulda, woulda, coulda. But then I say, you know what? It's never too late. No matter what, just start now. Take this step now. Do it now. Do it today. You know, don't leave it till tomorrow. Don't leave it till next week. Don't leave it till next month or next year. Act now. Try and do it today. And in that respect, yeah, you know, you should say, this is my desire. Let me be motivated towards it. Let me act in a way that I bring it closer to me. The universe is going to do its bit. It's going to help. It's going to support you. It's going to add value to what you're trying to do. But if you take action and you act in a certain way to move things forward or change your situation or circumstances, there you have it. You've got a combination of a great force working together, working with you to achieve what you want to achieve. And, you know, you will have to decide what action it is you'll need to take. You'll have to decide what action it is that you will need to make. What will you be willing to do? If it's going to take you out of your comfort zone, are you going to push yourself and do it like I've been doing today and I'm doing with this series? You know, you might say, I know what I need to do, but I don't have the guts to do it. I don't have the courage to do it. Or I feel if I do it, then it's not going to turn out in the way I want it to, or whatever. You have to be willing to say, I let all of that go. You know, I let it all go and I'm going to take a step. And it doesn't matter what step you take. What matters is that you've taken that step and you're taking some action. Sorry, I've got my laptop and Siri's kind of typing out everything I say. Oh gosh, there we go, it's stopped now. But yeah, just take action and do what you need to do. Even if you're scared, even if you find you don't have the courage, I'm telling you, so much lies within you on a soulful level. And I'll definitely think in some way soon I'm going to start teaching these teachings to you, because so much of what I talk about reflects on that. So although I don't want to make these videos too heavy and something that people can just tune into without feeling the need to go too far, yeah, I feel that if you can learn some of those techniques, it's going to help. So I haven't got all the full feedback on it, but I think I might sort of bring it in a little bit, and then maybe you guys can say, we like that, or nah, we don't like that. Leave it as you were, or with what you were doing before. So yeah, I've got that option, haven't I? But yeah, courage, fearlessness, believe in yourself, act in a way that will bring your desires to you. You know, you can say to yourself, well, I can leave it tomorrow, or I can act on it today. And if you have the courage, if you have the belief, and you know what you want to achieve is there in front of you, why wouldn't you take a little step in a direction that could change your situation or your circumstance and bring that desire to you much faster? You know, the universe is going to be helping you, but help yourself as well. The universe will be aiming to support you and guide you, and so will your soul as well, on a soulful level. But do something for yourself as well to start things moving in that direction, to start things growing in that direction. And if you do so, whatever you desire is going to come to you. That is just like the law, isn't it? It's, you know, whether you say, hey, it's the law of attraction, or like, you know, like I call it, I have my own law, which is the law of invitation. You're inviting what you want to you as well. So actually there'll be more on that, the law of invitation, as we get on later on in the series. But I can't help but dropping things in, because they're such an integrated part of my work that although I'm trying to keep it light, there are elements that make me kind of dip into those things. So if you don't like that, I'm so sorry. It's just me. But if you do like it, we're definitely going to evolve on this journey. And I'm going to be teaching you more and more and more about it, because I feel it gives you strength as a person. And it encompasses like all aspects of your life and everything that you kind of need to strengthen you and empower you. So yeah, so today, what have we got? We've got act on your desires, you know, to create what you want. And if you do, it's all there for you. Put aside the fear, let go of the worries. You know, we've talked about getting the answers and the guidance and acting on them. And whatever you desire, if you act on it, you are going to eventually create it. It's going to manifest for you. It may not be immediately, but that doesn't matter. Even just a little step of action, a tiny incy wincy step, that's all it needs. An incy wincy step, you know, nothing huge. If you said, oh, you know, like I can't rock the boat, I can't do any major thing, I don't even have the time to do it. You know, you want me to act on something, but you know, if I act, I'll have to do this, I'll have to act on this and do this and do this and do this. And then it's all too huge and you're stuck and you stay where you are and your desires don't manifest. Or you say, you know what? I'll take a little bit of action. I'll take a little step. Each day I'll take another little step. And as each day passes, I'll get closer to that desire. I'll make that desire happen. And if you do, you will. So, wow. Okay, well, gosh, I've rattled on a hell of a lot today. I do apologise if these are getting too long. If you want them shorter, let me know and I'll try not to rattle on. But you know me, at times I can't help it. I just end up coming out and sharing maybe a little bit too much for each session, but I'll try and keep them short and sweet for you. And yeah, you know what you can do. If it is long, just stop at one point and then you can pick it up a bit later on. How about that? That's a compromise, isn't it? But I will try and keep them short because I know you guys don't have much time and stuff. You know, you're limited in your day. You have other things to do. But I hope today's one has been of help to kind of encourage you with action. Some of these topics are going to come up a lot more, but they'll have a different slant on them depending on what passage or inspirational you know, affirmation or saying that I kind of reflect on with you. But hey, at the end of the day, we keep learning and we keep listening and learning from each other and together. So, okay, have a great day. Yeah, don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you feel what I've said can help someone else or inspire someone else, or you feel someone will benefit from listening to it. Don't forget to share this video or like it. It'd be great to keep building, you know, more and more subscribers and building this channel and sharing more of myself with you. And yeah, as always, like I said before, your comments are so valued, so share them with me. And I'll leave more details in the comments for you. And if you like what I do and you think, wow, I might kind of support her and become a patron, check out my Patreon page. I'll look forward to having you join me there. And yeah, if you want to, I'm all ears, and I'm more than honoured and appreciative of having you kind of take things to that level if you're interested in what I do and want to support me. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. I'll definitely be bringing out more, so keep a lookout for those. And all I can say is have a fantastic day. You deserve it. Don't hold yourself back. Act a little bit and take action on whatever you feel you need to. Have a beautiful week or day ahead of you. And love and light.